Welcome to the finale of Season 25 of The Lord of the Rings Online. This was an epic one. It was pretty epic. We made it to Minas Tirith. We helped to defend the city. We saw Grond attack the gates. Or, at least we did in a Palantir vision through Denethor, but that's besides the point. This was a good one. I do want to take one quick moment to apologize, because I feel like I complained a lot this season about the lag and the performance issues and the loading and the frame rate issues. So it's kind of annoying when somebody's just complaining the whole time. I noticed that I was complaining a lot, so I do apologize about that. I'm going to try to be more cognizant of that moving forward. As with any new season, I like to go into the next one with a new title and change up my mount so that we can have a fresh look and start. So right now, I am Kip and Proudfeet, hero of Minas Tirith. That's right, my friends. Excellent stuff. Now, in terms of gear, I didn't find anything that's going to upgrade what I currently have. And so, yeah, I also looked at crafting. And the tier that I can craft at, the gear that I can make, is worse than what I have right now. So there's no advantage to me crafting anything right now either. I am going to be going in with this mount. This is my green-clad Pony of the Gap. And I think since we're going to be doing the Pelennor Fields and the Rohirrim are going to be coming in next season, I thought it would be cool to have a Rohan-style horse. I like this one. I like the green. It'll be a nice addition of color to this otherwise gloomy landscape. Okay, and then let me look at my traits here. I have one available point. What should I put this in? Yeah, I like increasing the mark target duration. Or actually, I like this, suppression. Let me put a point there. Let me apply. Okay, and then as always, the race traits and the virtue traits are not going to change. Still running a DPS-based virtue system here. And then all this, I don't think this will ever change for the rest of the playthrough. But that's kind of where we are. What else? The deeds. The deeds. Okay, so you've been watching this series for a while now. And you know that I have a specific format I like to follow with the deeds. I'll generally ride to a location. I'll talk about it. I'll show it on the map. We're not going to be doing that this time around. There are like 100 plaques inside Minas Tirith. And if I were to edit that, I'd probably want to die and end the series. So, going to do something a little bit different, at least for the exploration deeds. I'm probably going to just record it as I do the commentary. And we'll see how it goes. I'm going to do one tier at a time and try to hit every landmark from one end to the other. And we'll go from there. So, let's go ahead and start looking at some of the exploration deeds. The first exploration deed is Old Anórien Farms, to discover the farms of Old Anórien. The first landmark is Parth Lisk. The next landmark is Parth Duin. Next is Parth Foront. The next farm is Parth Glodlow. The next landmark is Pel Forod. The next landmark is Pel Enaid. The next farm is Spell Duvin. The next farm is Pel Chardun. The final farm is Spel Tundalof. Okay, my friends, let's explore Minas Tirith together. I am starting here at the very north end of the first tier, the workers tier, and I'm going to make my way around and hopefully hit every landmark. Normally, I do a lot of editing, like I mentioned at this part. I'm going to try to do it all in one go, so forgive me if it's a little bit messy because there are so many landmarks. I'm going to do my best to hit all of them in a very organized fashion. And so, we have the very first one here. This is the Stored Kirion Gwaidhir. So let me examine his plaque. Son of Boromir. So there we go. We got a new deed, the Stewards of Gondor. So we're going to be mixing a lot of deeds here. You have discovered the plaque of Stored Kirion Gwaidhir. Alright. Next up. We have this inn here. The Wheel and the Cask. There is a plaque for it. And it unlocks the deed Taverns of the White City. You have discovered the Wheel and Cask plaque. Let me keep moving forward here. Here is another king statue. Pretty epic. This is King Atanatar the First. Son of Turumbar. And another deed opens up the line of the kings. You have discovered the plaque of King Atanatar the First. Let me keep going a little bit here. And here we have King Telemnar Cintavarda, son of Minardil. You have discovered the plaque of King Telemnar Cintavarda. Right here next to him is another one. I have to jump up here to get it. You have discovered the plaque of King Valakar Formendur. Yeah, pretty epic statues here. And now here we have the statue of the Stored Boromir. You have discovered the plaque of Stored Boromir Charn. And here we have yet another location, the Foodmonger's Fellow Hall. So let me check the plaque for that. Okay, so for the Halls of Minas Tirith, you just discover the location. You don't necessarily need to interact with the plaque. So I've already unlocked that one. Let me keep making my way around. So much to discover here. So here is another Stored Herion, son of Eredon. You have discovered the plaque of Stored Herion. And I'm gonna keep making my way east as we enjoy the city. So here is the North Guest House. And no need to interact with the plaque here. Or actually, yes you do. You have discovered the North Guest House plaque. I guess that foodmonger one I must have interacted with during one of the episodes somehow. And here are the lower stores. This is for Vault of the White City. You have discovered the lower stores plaque. Now here we have another pretty epic statue. This is Stored Turin I, son of Hurin. You have discovered the plaque of Stored Turin I. And here, right next to it, is another one. You have discovered the plaque of Stored Hurin I, son of Belagorn. Never mind, here it is. It's right next to these statues. You have discovered the Hall of Aaron's plaque. And you also have some of these captains that you have to find. So this is Lamlor, Captain of the Tidings. And I think just running up to him unlocks it, so I must have done that during one of the episodes. And now we have another statue here. So this is King Anórien, son of Elendil. You have discovered the plaque of King Anórien. And then I've also discovered the plaque of High King Elendil. Pretty epic. Then we got the city stables here. Along with a healthy dose of lag. You have discovered the city stables plaque. And here we have another master. This is Kurugond, the master builder. He is part of a deed as well. Here we have King Isildur. You have discovered the plaque of King Isildur. And then another master here, or warden I should say, Hurin, Warden of the Keys. He is important for a deed as well. Next to him is a plaque, the Keep of the Keys. You have discovered the Keep of the Keys plaque. Now we have more statues, of course. King Terranon Phalister, son of Siriondil. And on this side, we have another spectacular statue. You have discovered the plaque of King Earnil of Kiraton. Let me keep going south a little bit here. And we have the old guest house. Did a lot of quests here for these kids, if you recall. I think this is actually one of the plaques I've already interacted with. So that's why it's not popping up. But I think I did that during one of the episodes. Excellent. And then we have the South Guest House. Let me interact with the plaque. You have discovered the South Guest House plaque. Now I'm going to have to ride quite a bit to the next one. Not much in these parts. But we can definitely enjoy the scenery. And here is the Right Fellow Hall. And here is Carathon, the Master Right. So it looks like I've seen all the Masters so far. I haven't shown them all yet, but I must have run through them during the season. So I'll continue showing them all off. And here is the Laughing Halfling. You have discovered the Laughing Halfling plaque. So it's a Shire-inspired place, I guess. Gonna go significantly west for the next one. So here is King Cirindel Umarth, son of Earnal. Earnal, I should say. You have discovered the plaque of King Cirindel Umarth. And another one all the way up there, holding up a lantern, it looks like. This is King Ondoher Menardil, son of Kalimithar. Man, these names, man. Try my best, try my best. And then I think I missed one over here. This one right here. Pretty epic statue. He's holding his helmet. He's got his sword. King Siri Ondul, son of Atanatar. And that is the plaque. So, those are all the plaques here in the first tier. Let me meet you up at the second tier. I am here at the northern end of the second tier, as you can see, in the soldiers tier. And let me begin with this plaque here for the City Gale. So a new deed opens up, workings of the White City. You have discovered the City Gale plaque. Now let me ride all the way east. I know this is different than how I usually do the deeds, but hopefully you can appreciate the decision I had to make here, or else this would have taken a lifetime. It's also quite enjoyable. It's a little bit more laid back. So this is the Wainwriter's Head, another pub. You have discovered the Wainwriter's Head plaque. Now I have to go significantly east for the next landmark. This is the Hall of Laws, and here is its plaques. You have discovered the Hall of Laws plaque. Now, all the way to the south. Here is the next statue. So this is Stuart Turin II, son of Thorondir. You have discovered the plaque of Stuart Turin II. This is the guest barracks. You have discovered the plaque for the Great Guest Barracks. The splintered shield. Where is its plaque? There it is. You have discovered the splintered shield plaque. And then here is Ekadon, captain of the garrison. He is one of the captains that counts towards a deed. Now let me continue heading west. Here is another statue. This is Stored Baragon Bellicus, son of Baron. Very important character in Lord of the Rings lore. There is so much lore here in this city. All of these characters that we're reading about are very important. Some of them make great appearances in the Silmarillion and so on. Finally, here we have the Mumok and Keep. Let me look at the plaque. You discovered the Mumok and Keep plaque. So those are all of the plaques and landmarks here in the second tier. I'll meet you up on the third tier. I am now at the third tier, all the way on the northern end of it. This is the craftsman tier. So let me begin over here with these two statues. Over here is Stored Egelmoth, son of Egelrith. And there is his plaque. Next we have Stored Dior, son of Barahir. And there is his plaque. Now I need to go a little bit east. Make my way down here into the city. And right here is the Builder Fellow Hall. And there's the plaque. Very good. Did I not register it? I must have already clicked on it. Okay, I guess I already picked it up at a previous time. And now here we have the Builder's Market. Or never mind, that's not a landmark. I'm looking for the Brick and Mortar, which is right here. The pub. There we go, got that plaque. Gonna check out the competition next door here. This is the Hammer and Tongs. You have discovered the Hammer and Tongs plaque. And here, I believe, is the next one. Yeah, on this side. The Forges of Kirion. Next up is Aglarang. He is the Master Smith, and he is also necessary for a deed. Alright, and over here is the House of Clamor. You have discovered the House of Clamor plaque. And then also, we got the Vault of Rind Miroth. You have discovered the Vault of Rind Miroth plaque. And yeah, now I'm going all the way south. Alright, we got the Clothier's Hall. And there's the plaque. Cannot interact with it. That's okay. But we should have a character here. And inside is the Master Clothier, Habdir. There he is. He is necessary for a deed. Just walking up to him. He's involved in a few quests. Let me continue across this tier by going south. Here we have the Haven. You have discovered the Haven plaque. Here is King Eärnil II, Meleta, son of Siriondil. Very nice. You have discovered the plaque of King Eärnil II, Meleta. And here we have yet another thing, the House of Rest. You have discovered the House of Rest plaque. Here are the middle stores. You have discovered the middle store's plaque. And we have another statue here. This is King Onardil, son of Erendil, and you have discovered his plaque. Oh, we're going to our favorite place, boys. You know what it is. The Merry Swan, of course. How many quests and back and forth did I do in here? You have discovered the Merry Swan plaque. Here is the Hostlier's Fellow Hall. Alright, cannot interact with that plaque, that's okay. But here is Burial, Master of the Hosteler. And that is it for this tier. So I'm going to meet you back up on the 4th tier. I am at the north end of the 4th tier, the players tier. So let me begin over here with this plaque. Or the Waterstead. Doesn't look like I can interact with it. That's okay. Now it is important to talk to Wraithon. He is the Warden of the Wells. So he is for a deed. He has a quest ring over his head for some repeatables that of course I did during the season. And here we have multiple kings. There are 3 of them. So let me begin here with King Narmasil, son of Atanar. You have discovered the plaque of King Anatar II, Alcarin. You have discovered the plaque of King Kalmasil. Excellent. And then there should be another one on the other side here. So we got multiple statues. We got King Aldemir, son of Eldakar. And we have the Steward Belector II, Orndil, son of Baragond. Let me get back on the pony and we'll continue. I feel like I missed one here. Ah, yeah, see? Right here on this corner. So referring to that one right there. You have discovered the plaque of King Minardil Umanwa. Let me keep going east. And here we have another statue. This is Steward Barahir, son of Hador. You have discovered the plaque of Steward Barahir. We have the Cresting Wave pub here. You have discovered the Cresting Wave plaque. Here we have another king. 2 of them, in fact. Or stewards, I should say. You have discovered the plaque of Steward Mardil Varanwe. And on this side, you have discovered the plaque of Steward Eridon. Here is the Lone Beacon. You have discovered the Lone Beacon plaque. And here is the Artist's Market. And the Artist Fellow Hall. Let me go ahead and check this plaque. Does not count. Some of these are weird, right? Because you can interact with it. But it's not for a deed, I guess. Here is Langlir, the master artist. She does count for a deed. Let me keep making my way to the west. There is King Narmasil II. You have discovered the plaque of King Narmasil II, Roman Turon. Here is the High Guest House. You have discovered the High Guest House plaque. A few more statues here at the Blue Theater. Here is the plaque of Steward Halas. And you have discovered the plaque of Steward Hurin II. So that does it for the 4th tier. I will meet you up at the 5th tier. Here at the north end of the 5th tier, the Sages tier, I will begin by exploring this plaque here. For that good gentleman. This is the plaque for Restored Thorindir, son of Belecthor. Here is another one. You have discovered the plaque of Stored Orendreth. And across from him, we have yet another one. You have discovered the plaque of Stored Belecthor I. Here is Steward Hador, son of Turin. And over next to him, you have discovered the plaque of King Menodil, Tel Tarsal. Here are the upper stores. And its plaque is actually behind, over here. You have discovered the upper stores plaque. Here are the old archives. And here is its plaque. Got a new deed, Teachings of the White City. So to discover all the plaques here. Here are the archives of Arundel. You have discovered the archives of Arundel plaque. Here is Sarnion, the Master Archivist, and he is for a deed. Got a statue over here for Restored Belegorn, son of Harion. You have discovered the plaque of Restored Belegorn. Here are the houses of lore. And here is the plaque. You have discovered the Houses of Lore plaque. Inside is Idranil, Warden of the Houses of Lore. She does count for a deed. Now just a little bit outside here is the Black House. You have discovered the Black House plaque. There are 2 inns on this tier. I missed one over at the north end. But let me show off this one here. The Thirsty Seer. You have discovered the Thirsty Seer plaque. Let me edit myself back at the north end of this tier for the other one. Back here at the north end is this pub, the Eagle and Sickle. And it actually should be my last one. There you go. You have discovered the Eagle and Sickle plaque. And also completed Taverns of the White City. So I'll meet you back at the 6th tier, next level up. Here at the north end of the 6th tier, the Master's tier, I will begin my journey. And surprisingly, I didn't know this, but this one actually goes all the way around. So, interesting to know. So here is the Bergman's Fellow Hall. You just have to enter this area. You don't necessarily need to interact with the plaque. As you see, you can't. Here's another person important for the deed. So this is Ostur, Warden of the Burg. Here is Stur Denethor, son of Dior. Here are the chambers of the city, and here is the plaque. You have discovered the chambers of the city plaque. And here is another steward. You have discovered the plaque of Steward Turgon. Here are the High Stables. You have discovered the High Stables plaque. And here is the plaque for the Dome of the Sun. You have discovered the Dome of the Sun plaque. It looks like I've completed workings of the White City. I believe there is another steward here. Yeah, right here. He's kind of tucked away in the corner. So, right there. And there's this plaque. That one's kind of hidden, huh? You have discovered the plaque of Steward Ecthelion II Thandir. Let me go underneath the Neath here. So here we have King Erendil, son of Kemendur. You have discovered the plaque of King Erendil. Over here is Parthodon, Warden of the Green, who counts for a deed. And right above him is another statue. This is for King Semendur, and I have discovered his plaque. And over here is the Fair Hall. There's the plaque, although this is a location-based deed. And then finally, we have this guy. This is Torkun, Warden of the Houses of Healing. Now, if you come here after the battle, he's pacing a little bit further that way, but otherwise he is here. Very good. One more tier to go, and then the pier, so I will meet you up there. Right here next to the white tree, I can begin the tour of the Citadel. There are many statues here, of course, beginning with this one. You have discovered the plaque of Steward Ecthelion I, Minister. You have discovered the plaque of King Oster. Got two more over here. You have discovered the plaque of King Ernur Teldil. Finally, you have discovered the plaque of Steward Baron Irthondil. I'll try to pronounce it like that. I think that works. Let's see what else we got here. I got a little bit confused because it's out of order on my list here. Anyway, here is Merithrond. This is the Feast Hall of Merithrond. And over here we do have another guy. Didn't point him out, but he does count. This is Ormatar, Captain of the Citadel. This here is the Southern Great Guest House. You have discovered the Southern Great House plaque. And completed another deed. I'm starting to complete them all, which is kind of satisfying. And here is the Coffer House. You have discovered the Coffer House plaque. And I completed the vault as well. And here is Celifir, Warden of the Coffers. He also counts as one of the wardens. So that's everything here in the Citadel. All the remaining ones are up here on the pier. So let's go together. So here is one of them. You have discovered the plaque of King Eldakar, Vinitharia. And we have another magic king here. Not literally magic, but you know what I mean. You have discovered the plaque of King Terrandor and Ovarda. Here, yet another one. You have discovered the plaque of King Romadansel Terrastar. You have discovered the plaque of King Turambar Onotimo. Need to make sure I get this one here. Kind of zigzagging back and forth. You have discovered the plaque of King Hieramendasil, the first of J.R.R. I am struggling with these pronunciations, I'm sorry. There's another one here. You have discovered the plaque of King Hieramendasil II, Vinarion. And I believe these two should be the last of them. Let's check it out. You have discovered the plaque of King Telumathar Umbardarsil. And finally, you have discovered the plaque of King Romadansel II Minaklar. So my deed did not complete. That means I missed something. Let's take a look. I missed one of them. Who did I miss? The plaque of King Kalimethar Ministan. No, all that work and I missed one statue and I feel like everything is disorganized. No, you know what that makes me want to do? Do you know what that makes me want to do? No, don't do it, Kippen. No! It makes me want to jump off this pier. I have to. I have to. I can't believe I missed a statue. Goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye. Just kidding. That's also to unlock a deed. A long way down. So if you jump off the end, you do unlock that deed. But now let me show that final statue. There he is. There he is. Here at the player's tier. At this location. That's the one I missed. You have discovered the plaque of King Kalimetar Ministan. And that completes the line of the kings. But my friends, I did miss one more thing as well. Unfortunately, but I will show that right now. Here at the 5th tier, the Sages tier, right near the stable, is the House of the Heavens. You have discovered the House of the Heavens plaque. And with that, finally it concludes all of these plaques and statues and exploration deeds within the cities. You have completed the teachings, Explorer of the White City, and all the other meta deeds associated with it. Completed plaques. Very good. I know it's not the cleanest way to do it. I do hope you can appreciate the exception that I made for this episode to do it like this, as opposed to the way I usually do it. I know it's not as detailed or interesting, a little bit more chaotic and disorganized, but this episode would have taken me months to do in terms of recording and editing if I tried to do it a little bit more consistent with how I usually do things. Next are the Slayer deeds, beginning with Beast Slayer, and the best place to get this done at is in the woods east of Krithos, There are deer, boars, wargs, and even river turtles here that count for the Slayer deed. Next is Easterling Slayer, and the best place to get this done is at the camp here in Jalvarsha. Next is the Haradrim Slayer deed, and there are many camps of Haradrim, but my favorite one is here in Pel Enide. Next is the Orc Slayer deed, and the best way to do this is to head on over to the south gate and do the instance dredging a path for Aragorn. There are many orcs in here that will respawn even within the instance itself. It's actually in Harlond on the map, but this is an instance. Finally, there is the Troll Slayer deed, and this again is the same instance for the Orc Slayer deed, so you can do both of them together. Again, this is the instance dredging a path for Aragorn that you pick up at the south gate. Physically, it's near Harlond on the map. Next is the Reputation faction here in Minas Tirith. There is one of them, the Defenders of Minas Tirith. Now, this is pretty weird. I've never seen this, but look, I am kindred. However, my bar still says I'm 17,700 out of 45,000. I don't understand that. If anybody understands that, let me know. I'm not going to grind this bar right now because I think as I venture forth in Far Anórien, I'll continue to get reputation with the Defenders of Minas Tirith. I will eventually fill this up probably by the end of the next season if I don't fill it up just going through the content. But I don't understand this. How am I kindred and my bar is still unfilled? Anyway, the Defenders of Minas Tirith. Much of the population of Minas Tirith has left their city to take refuge at Tumlaren and Imloth Melui in the south. Mithrandir, the name given to the wizard known as Gandalf in the north, and Prince Imrahil lead the city's remaining occupants against the eastern threats out of Mordor and the Morgul Vale. So once you're kindred with them, multiple things open up, and you can access the Reputation Barterers near the front gates of Minas Tirith. The Reputation Barterers for the Defenders of Minas Tirith can be found out here near the main gate of the city. So first there's the Quartermaster.
We can only hope that the Rohirrim will arrive before it's too late.
And he does have a bunch of different things. So I'm going to definitely get my muster in Minas Tirith. And then I think I will also go ahead and get a return to Minas Tirith, just to open up some of the traveling. Now, a lot of these guys, they do cosmetic pets, but I'm not going to get any of them for right now. I think that once I'm actually caught up with the game, I'm going to do fun episodes where I'm looking at all these other different things and collectibles. Like I might dedicate an episode to collecting every pet, so on and so forth. So for right now, I'm not going to bother with them because I want to keep those in a single episode sometime in the distant future. Now, once you're kindred, these guys open up with their quests that I've already done, of course, and they barter some things as well.
We'll be ready.
So some of them have armor and things like that. There are a few cosmetic pets here as well.
I hope that the Rohirrim will arrive before it's too late.
Like the blue lizard, for example. So yeah, there are lots of different things, housing items. But mainly I'm interested in the travel skills for now.
Shame you couldn't see it in better days.
Okay, very good. So that is it for the Reputation faction. And with all that out of the way, it is time to thank all you guys for all the support in the series so far and venture forth into Far Anórien so we can begin the next one. I did plug in everything into the LOTRO Companion, a third-party tool that cross-references all your game data with the available game data to see that I did indeed complete every quest and deed available to me in this region. So, let's go ahead and ride forth. Ride forth and try to find the Rohirrim. See you guys on Season 26.
Thanks for stopping by the Renaissance Gaming Monastery. I hope you join our community on Discord and Twitter. These videos are produced with a lot of hard work and love. If you think they're worth $1, I'd be grateful for your contribution. You can send a thanks donation or become a member on YouTube. You can also support through PayPal, Patreon, or even with cryptocurrency. All links are in the description. See you on the next video.